Welcome to Jimmy Bowen and Friends. Each week's episode features Jimmy Bowen and a special guest like Keith Burns, Claudette King, Craig Campbell, and more. Today's guest is Rafe Van Hoy. Now, here's Jimmy Bowen.
A real man who jangles and he dance for you. He'd worn out shoes with silver hair and ragged shirt and baggy pants. The old soft shoe. He jumped so high, he jumped so high. Then he lightly touched down. I met him in a cell in New Orleans, it was down and out. He looked at me to be the eyes of age, and he spoke right out. He talked of life, he talked of life. He laughed and slapped his leg instead. He said the name Bojangles seen and he danced a lick across the cell. Grabbed his pants, a better stance, he jumped so high. Then he clicked his heels, talked and laughed, then he got a laugh. Shook him back his clothes all around. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, won't you dance? He danced with those at Mr. Jones and county fairs throughout the South. He spoke of tears of 15 years his dog and him that traveled about. His dog up and died, he'd up and died. After 20 years he still grieves. He said I danced now at every chance in hockey tonks for drinks and tips. But most of the time I spend behind these county bars, 'cause I drink a bit. He shook his head, he shook his head. I heard someone that's Kim Greaves. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, won't you dance?
Well, welcome to the show. We have got an exciting night for you. We have a gentleman who is a producer and a musician, but he is a writer extraordinary. You are not going to believe the hits this gentleman has made. He's still making them, and we are so excited to have Mr. Rafe Van Hoy with us tonight. You're going to learn a lot about this gentleman. He is wonderful, and so glad he could come and spend some time with us. You guys stay with us. We're going to break for this commercial, and we'll be right back.
There's more Jimmy Bowen and Friends coming up right after this.
Award-winning Americana bluegrass red dirt country artist Jimmy Bowen has been creating music and entertaining for over 4 decades. Jimmy shared the stage with music greats like William Lee Golden, Linda Davis, Jimmy Fortune, Rhonda Vincent, and more. Jimmy's latest single, I Ain't Gonna Live Like That, is available through all streaming platforms and digital outlets. For updates on music, upcoming tour dates, and merchandise, head on over to jimmybowen.com.
Welcome back to Jimmy Bowen and Friends.
Well, welcome back. We have got this gentleman. He is a singer, songwriter, producer, and you're not going to believe the hits that he has written, and it is amazing. We have Mr. Rafe Van Hoy with us. Rafe, this is great, man. Thank you so much for taking time and coming to visit with us.
Thank you. I'm very proud to be here.
Well, we appreciate that. You have written so many hits, but let's go back a little bit in time here. You got your first publishing deal at 17, right?
Yep.
You got it at 17. So what led you to writing to start off with, especially at that age?
Well, I started playing guitar when I was about 10, and when I was 15, my dad said, "You need to be writing songs." And I went, okay. And then I didn't. And then so he wrote whole lyrics and gave them to me and said, "Put some music to that." And that's how I became a songwriter. It was him getting me into songwriting without me even wanting to do it.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh yeah, I can do that. I can put some music to that." So the next thing you know, it's writing songs.
You're writing songs.
Yeah.
Now here is the magic question. How did you pull that off at 17?
Well, I had a lot of help from my parents. They moved to Nashville from Bristol, and right after I graduated high school when I was 17. And I had met some people in town on some previous visits, but I heard about a guy named Curly Putman, and I went to see Curly Putman, and who's a legendary songwriter. I went to see him and dropped off a tape, and he signed me to a deal when I was 17.
That's amazing. Writer deal at 17.
I can't say that I knew what I was doing, but it was a great start. It was a fantastic start because he said, just show up here and learn. Write with other people, learn how to write songs. And I didn't really know that much about it, but I learned from being there. And thanks to Curly, I had the best place in the world to learn it from.
Yeah. What is Rafe's favorite part of the business that you really sit back and can really honestly say you really enjoy that part?
Anything that has to do with just making music. I like creating and making it. Yeah.
That's great. Now you had, I don't know if these folks here know this, you had one of the biggest hits, went worldwide for George and Tammy, Golden Rings. This is the writer. This is the writer who wrote this thing. So tell us about the song, and you wrote it. And did you write it with Bobby Braddock or?
I did, and I call that like winning the songwriter lottery, because I was at the publishing company one day, I think it was like a Thursday. Yeah. And Bobby Braddock came in to finish the song with Curly Putman, and Curly didn't want to come to town that day, and he asked me if I would help him finish the song, and I said yes, and we did. And I think it was pitched to George Jones the next day, and they recorded it the next week. Yeah. And 4 months later, it was #1. Yeah. And I'm thinking, I should do this 2-3 times a year, you know? But, of course, it doesn't ever happen like that, or not very often, where all the stars line up.
Yeah, I bet you bought a few crackers with that one, though, didn't you?
I did. I bought it. Actually, it allowed me to move out from my parents' house, rent a house, buy a car, and I spent, a large part of it on things that 21-year-olds spend money on.
21. Now that's what I was looking for you to say.
Yeah.
You wrote that song when you were 21 years old.
And I spent it on guitars and cars and girls.
Well, you
and
deserved it.
Bars, and the rest of it I just wasted.
Well, you had every right to, but that was cool. That's great. Are you going to do that tonight, or are you going to do another one?
I am.
You're going. Oh, all right. You're going to hear the man who wrote the song. It's going to be great. You guys give a big hand for Mr. Rafe Van Hoy.
In a pawn shop in Chicago on a sunny summer's day, a couple gazes at the wedding rings there on display. She smiles and nods her head as he says, "Honey, that's for you." His Not much, but it's the best that I can do. Golden ring with one tiny little stone waiting there for someone to take it home by itself. It's just a cold metallic thing. Only love can make a golden wedding ring. In a little wedding chapel later on that afternoon, an old upright piano plays that old familiar tune. Tears roll down her cheeks and happy thoughts run through her head as he whispers low, with this ring I thee wear. Golden ring with one tiny little stone, shining ring. Now at last it's found a home by itself. It's just a cold metallic thing. Only love can make a golden wedding ring. In a small two-room apartment, as they fight their final round, he says you won't admit it, but I know you're running around. She says one thing's for certain, I don't love you anymore, and throws down the ring and she walks out the door. Golden ring with one tiny little stone, cast aside, like the love that's dead and gone by itself. It's just a cold metallic thing. Only love can make a golden wedding ring. In a pawn shop in Chicago on a sunny summer's day, a couple gazes at the wedding rings there on display. Golden ring. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Don't go away. Jimmy Bowen and friends will be right back.
Award-winning Americana bluegrass red dirt country artist Jimmy Bowen has been creating music and entertaining for over 4 decades. Jimmy shared the stage with music greats like William Lee Golden, Linda Davis, Jimmy Fortune, Rhonda Vincent, and more. Jimmy's latest single, I Ain't Gonna Live Like That, is available through all streaming platforms and digital outlets. For updates on music, upcoming tour dates, and merchandise, head on over to jimmybowen.com.
Welcome back to Jimmy Bowen and friends.
And welcome back. Rafe, that was killer crazy. Now you wrote a song, and you may have a co-write on it. The What's Forever For. Tell us a bit about that song and how that came about. And I know numerous artists have heard it. You know, I've heard Michael Martin Murphy do it. He does a great job. I don't know if he was the original artist on that song.
Michael Martin Murphy was the 10th artist to record that. Yeah, back in the day, used to be a time, long time ago, in a place far, far away. People would like a song and it would get recorded many times by other people. And that song was recorded first by England Dan and John Ford Coley.
Oh, really?
And then it was recorded by, I think Gary Morris recorded it. He might have had to sing, I'm not sure. Anne Murray recorded it. There were 9 people that recorded it before then. And the 10th one, which was almost 10 years later, was Michael Martin Murphy. And then that was the first single that was ever out on it. And then since then, it's been recorded by other people, and Billy Gilman.
Are you doing it tonight or something?
I thought I would try to do that one next.
You go do that one.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, make him welcome again, Mr. Rafe Van Hoy.
Thank you, Jim. Thank y'all. I've been looking at people and how they change with the time. Lately all I've been seeing are people throwing love away and losing their mind. Well, maybe it's me that's gone crazy, but I can't understand why all these lovers keep hurting each other. My good love's so hard to come by. But what's the glory in living? Doesn't anybody ever stay together anymore? And if love never lasts forever, tell me what's forever for? I've been listening to people, and they say love is the key. It's not my way to let them lead me astray. It's only that I want to believe. So what's the glory in living? Doesn't anybody ever stay together anymore? As if love never lasts forever, tell me what's forever for? If love never lasts forever, tell me what's forever for? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank
you. We'll be back with more Jimmy Bowen and Friends in just a moment.
Award-winning Americana bluegrass red dirt country artist Jimmy Bowen has been creating music and entertaining for over 4 decades. Jimmy shared the stage with music greats like William Lee Golden, Linda Davis, Jimmy Fortune, Rhonda Vincent, and more. Jimmy's latest single, I Ain't Gonna Live Like That, is available through all streaming platforms and digital outlets. For updates on music, upcoming tour dates, and merchandise, head on over to jimmybowen.com.
Welcome back to Jimmy Bowen and Friends.
What'd you think about Rafe? 50 million copies sold. That's crazy, isn't it? Man. That's crazy. What a writer. What a writer. That's amazing. Give him another hand. The man's just amazing to me. It's just great. We're so glad he came by. Anyway, we're gonna end tonight's with a different song and that we're doing. And you guys get to sing with us on this one. Did you get to know that? So you'll recognize when we start it. We're going to get you to sing with us on this. We're going to say goodnight to you. Thank you for being here, and we'll catch you guys on the next show.
I thought my way from L.A. back to Knoxville. I found out those bright lights ain't where I belong. From a phone booth in the rain, I called to tell her I've had a change of dreams, I'm coming home. But tears filled my eyes when I found out she was gone. Smoky Mountain rain keeps on falling. I keep on calling her name. Smoky Mountain rain, I keep on searching. Go on hurting this way. She's somewhere in the Smoky Mountain rain. I waved a diesel down outside a cafe. He said, I'm just going as far as Gatlinburg. Climbed up in the cab all wet and cold and lonely. I wiped my eyes and told him about her. I've got to find her. Can you make these big wheels turn? Smoky Mountain rain keeps on falling. I keep on calling her name. Smoky Mountain rain, I keep on searching. I can't go on hurting this way. She's somewhere in the Smoky Mountain rain. Can't blame her for letting go. A woman needs someone warm to hold. I feel that rain